the idea that zero is a special number and that what's going on with Elon Musk and Twitter is a potentially decisive battle. I think most people outside of the zero is a special number conversation don't really understand. They may think it's very good, but they don't understand that actually this could be the object on which our predicament pivots, and that for that reason, it is much more important than its percentage of the conversation would suggest, right? That A, Elon is probably in more danger than you would ordinarily expect over a business play like this.
Fiduciary danger?
Every kind of danger. Let's put it this way. If I'm right about the zero is a special number thing, then the ability to generate a platform in which free speech actually reigns, and he figures out how to police the correct boundaries of that, where you deal with the stuff that's illegal, maybe you deal with certain kinds of content that don't belong on Twitter, right? But that by and large, people are allowed to express ideas, offensive or not, wrong, right, doesn't matter. We are allowed to hash these things out the way the founders intended. If he does that, we live in a different world, right? That's the zero is a special number argument. We live in a different world if that happens. Therefore, the things that cannot survive in that world are going to take up arms against it in all kinds of forms. And we've seen some of this already. Zach, do you want to put up that tweet? So this is a tweet from Elon Musk in which he reveals that, you able to read it from there, Heather?
I can read it if you need.
But can they hear you? Okay. Twitter has had a massive drop in revenue due to activist groups pressuring advertisers, even though nothing has changed with content moderation and we did everything we could to appease the activists. Extremely messed up. They're trying to destroy free speech in America. And this is from, I can't see the date, November, 4th? Okay, so this is from yesterday.
Yeah.
As we're talking. Well, I have not seen this tweet before, and the thing that jumps out to me there is we did everything we could to appease the activists.
Yeah, of course. And one of our friends, I can't remember who, responded, you mustn't do that. There's nothing you could do that will possibly satisfy them. And Elon responded, you're right.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's an odd choice of words on his part. We don't really know what he means when he talks about the degree to which this has affected revenue. But the point is this.
And this is and who's dropped out? I don't actually. You just mentioned this story to me right before we came on air. So what?
Prominent
what is
among
happening?
those who are the euphemism is pausing their advertisements on Twitter.
Pausing, are they?
Include Pfizer, General Mills, and Audi. Now, I don't know what to make of Audi. Obviously,
Audi, including Volkswagen and Porsche.
Audi is Volkswagen.
Yeah.
And
Porsche, right? It's
I think so.
Yeah.
And they obviously have a close call with the corporate Grim Reaper recently over the shenanigans with emissions, right? Where they were gaming the emissions tests.
Oh, that's right. That was Volkswagen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I will say it's not obvious.
That's a few years back.
It is a few years back, and it's not obvious to me that would motivate them to engage in this. Yeah. But who knows what else? How else? It's not obvious to me why they're on this list. But who knows?
Well, General Mills is huge. Right?
General Mills is huge, but let's talk
Pfizer's
about
pretty big too.
Let's talk about Pfizer first, because Pfizer is pretty clear what's going on.
Oh, okay.
Pfizer cannot survive in a world in which we are able to fully explore what has taken place. Their business model now depends on speech being intensely limited. And I'll give you an example. Zach, do you want to put the other tweet up?
Yep. The Pfizer one?
Yeah. So in this tweet,
for some reason that's smaller enough that I can't.
This is a interchange. The tweet has a video on it, which we can't show you, unfortunately.
Who's tweeting it? Who's it from?
Dr. Ellie David.
Dr.
I don't know who that is.
Eli?
Yep.
Dr. Eli David.
But the point is, it is a interchange between Borla and
some reporter,
some interviewer. And in this thing, this is a new
so
interchange.
I can't see it, but also everyone just listening can't see it either.
All right. Unfortunately, our setup here does not allow me to read it, and I don't remember it precisely.
Hold on, I'm figuring it out for you.
Yeah, or if I could see it. Okay. Pfizer CEO, the efficacy of our vaccine in children is 80%. Reporter, are you talking about efficacy to prevent severe disease or to prevent infection? Pfizer CEO, to prevent infection. Need more evidence of fraud?
So that need more evidence of fraud is editorial.
That's Dr. David, yeah.
Yeah. So the point is, here we
do we
have...
know when this is? Like, when is the tweet and when is this interchange?
I could find when the tweet was.
Nonetheless, we are talking about the efficacy in children. So we're talking about recent history. This is after we know that Pfizer already was aware that blocking transmission was not a feature of their vaccine. So the point is, you have, in modern times, you have a misrepresentation of this product by the CEO. Now, that is arguably fraud. Here's the point. If it is fraud, and if that is proven, it eliminates their immunity from liability.
Does it?
Yes. And so, the immunity from liability...
I don't know the legal steps well enough, but I guess I'm surprised if that is true.
It breaches the contract.
If the CEO says something that he knows to be untrue, that's a breach of contract?
No. If he misrepresents, knowingly misrepresent, engages in fraud surrounding the product, says it does something that it doesn't do and he knows it, that's fraud. It breaches the contract. His immunity, their immunity, evaporates. So my point would be, you have an unprecedented level of adverse events. We see this captured in the VAERS system, the European yellow card system. We see it in the military system. Tremendous number of people have a claim that is apparently worthless in light of the immunity that Pfizer has, but is restored if Pfizer no longer has that immunity. So, that which rests on this election and Elon Musk's ability to stabilize a free speech environment at Twitter is tremendous. Not surprising to see Pfizer engage in spite, blocking itself from access to potential customers, right? It was advertising on Twitter. It's decided, hey, we don't really want those customers, and it has a bullshit explanation of why, right? Oh, it doesn't seem like a good environment for us to advertise. Bull, right? Your customers are still there. So why is it doing this? Because it can't survive in that world. It is trying to block. It is trying to keep us at zero, right? Because zero is a special number. And in essence, what I would argue is you're going to have all of these forces that can't live in that world that are going to take up arms against what Musk appears to be trying to do. Which also means that the importance of him succeeding and our ability to help him succeed in spite of these forces is very much a live question.